We are back. It is 9:28 on a Tuesday, live here in the Suburban Chevy Cadillac Saab studios. Brought to you by the Conference Center at Eagle Crest Resort and Modern Mechanical for your heating and cooling needs. Well, we all know about the big matchup with Colorado State this weekend, right? We talked about it a little bit. Well, what better resource to go to than a guy who is actually suited up and played the team that wears bronze and green. Talking about a guy who was on an undefeated national championship team, and a guy who is back this morning, not only to talk about that, but also to talk about MGoAuction.com. You've heard us mention MGoAuction.com over the weeks. It's an online auction of University of Michigan and other sports memorabilia, game tickets, and one-of-a-kind sports experiences. All proceeds from MGoAuction.com benefit a series of scholarships for Michigan undergrads, including the Pat Malloy Cancer Scholarship, which is given to Michigan undergrads with financial need who either have cancer or whose family members do. The Shelley Kovacs Scholarship, which is a financial needs scholarship created to honor the 30-year career of one of the university's most beloved guidance counselors. And the Governor's Scholarship, which is awarded to U of M seniors who have given of their time in university community leadership roles. So an outstanding opportunity to contribute to a great cause and then also get a great piece of Michigan memorabilia or sports memorabilia or a sports experience. And how about this for a bonus? If you win at MGoAuction.com, every part of your bid over the value of the item is a tax-deductible gift to the university. So triple threat you have by going to MGoAuction.com and getting one of the items. Joining us this morning to talk about that, former Michigan safety. He did his thing not only against Ohio State, but also against Michigan State. Talking about Marcus Ray. Marcus, good morning.
Sam, good morning to you, man. How's everything going?
Everything is great, man. Glad that you could join us. You're from the heart of Columbus down there, man. But I'm sure you're feeling this week like all Wolverines are. They get a chance to match up with the team up there in East Lansing.
Tell you what, man, there's no bigger week than Michigan State week. There's no secret that I actually hate Michigan State, not as much as Ohio State, but they're on that same list, and I don't use that word hate lightly. But I had my best games versus Michigan State. If you really go back and check it, 96, 10 tackles, 2 interceptions. 97, about 6 tackles. They jobbed me for about 4, but 6 tackles, another 2 interception game. So actually, Michigan State is like my favorite place to play outside of the big house because, it's like that backyard brawl. I grew up in a neighborhood. Sometimes you had to run outside and you might have to fight. You might have to slap your little brother around every now and then when he gets out of line. You know what I mean?
All right, Marcus, before we get more into Michigan State, man, we've talked a lot about how, former players are willing to come back and really help out the people that helped them. In this particular case, the Shelley Kovacs Scholarship. I know Shelley meant a lot to a lot of the players and all the other scholarships that MGoAuction.com benefits. Just talk about that a little bit.
The whole essence of being a Michigan Wolverine, really whether you're a fan or alumni or former player or whatever your deal is, the most beautiful thing about it is being a part of something that's bigger than yourself. And anytime you get a chance to give back, contribute money to help further the next person, especially someone who's going to be a part of that family of being leaders and best, it's just a great opportunity. It's a great feeling. Shelley Kovacs in particular, who I know personally and I dealt with when I spent my time at Michigan. She helped me graduate, and just like she touched the lives of hundreds of other people. And then anytime you get a chance to help fight the cancer battle with the Pat Malloy Scholarship, I mean, that just speaks for itself. And it is cancer, breast cancer awareness month, but this is a fight that we all are in as a human race. So when you're used to being a part of something that breathes the team, everybody's on the same team in the human race and in the human family. So I'd like to thank everyone who is out there supporting MGoAuction.com. Continue bidding on those items. Continue supporting everything that Michigan is being a part of, because that's all we care about is helping the next person, whether they came before us or after us. And I'm just honored to be able to speak on it, help contribute, help raise money. Also with the Governor's Fund. Anytime there's a scholarship, you have a chance to impact someone's life and give them a chance to live their dream.
All right, well, folks, some of the highlight items on mgoauction.com include a football autograph by both Charles Woodson and Desmond Howard, a Mike Hart autographed Michigan jersey, a Barry Larkin autographed Michigan jersey, a huge picture of Michigan Stadium autographed by Lamar Woodley. Hey, you even get a chance to come on and flex your sports knowledge by being a guest host on this station for a day. That's up for bid at mgoauction.com as well. So plenty of great items, plenty of great opportunities, and you're doing it in support of a great cause at mgoauction.com. So get on over there and check it out. So, Marcus, I'm curious, man. They say that this game, this Michigan State game, is the hardest hitting game that a Michigan player will play in. Was that your experience?
Hardest hitting? No. Michigan State guys are actually pretty soft, in my opinion. I don't think a Michigan State guy ever really, just brought it like that. I mean, they do a lot of trash talk, and they say a lot of things that they shouldn't say. But as far as hard hitting, nah. That's probably more of a Wisconsin game or good old-fashioned Ohio State when they were relevant kind of game. But Michigan State was more that under the pile, they pinch your calves and try to scratch the flesh off your biceps. Those guys don't hit hard. I'm not going to get on this thing and lie to you.
All right, Marcus Ray. So man, what do you make of the recent boasting from the Spartans? They've won in this rivalry 3 games in a row, and they are defending Big Ten co-champs.
The sad part about the rise of this Michigan State football program is that they had to get up when we were down. They had to win when we decided that our program was going to need some rebuilding and probably just be lost about 3 years and just not be the Michigan that we know Michigan football to be. But Michigan State can't beat Michigan when Michigan is Michigan. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, I don't want to take any credit away from them because they have changed their program, but they are Big Ten champs once every 20 years, I guess, and I don't think anybody alive remembers the last time they won a national championship. So I know it was 1960 or something, and I just feel like I know Michigan State. I know that they're the type of team that will quit if you fight them back. And the thing is, when Michigan is being driven in a car with the right leader, then we dominate Michigan State. And they'll get one every 4 years. That's just kind of the nature of that beast. But 3 in a row, that's unheard of. I thought I would never see that. But, it's the first time for everything.
9:36 on a Tuesday morning. We're hearing from Marcus Ray this morning on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. Take me back to that 97 game, and that's one that lives in the memory of a lot of Michigan fans. That was supposed to be a pretty good Michigan State team that year. I think they jumped out to an early lead on you, didn't they, in that game?
Yeah, they are. Man, you know what? They faked the field goal. It was a timeout, and they kept Cedric Irvin over there standing by the coach 1 yard from the sideline. Flint's finest, Dre Weathers, didn't say anything. We're all looking up like, hey, wait a minute. 10 guys out here. Dre didn't say nothing. You can watch the tape. It was on his side. Make sure you let Dre know I told him. He let the team down on one play, and then they had the nerve to throw the ball over there to the sideline. I'm chasing the guy, so it looks like I get scored on. But, no, that was a great game. We actually dominated them. It was surprising to see how we ended up forcing 6 interceptions, and they were a running football team. But they jumped out early on a fake field goal, and then that's when we came up with trick plays and trash talk don't win championships.
And an interception that I don't know that we'll ever see a better one than the one we saw that day in that game.
Superman, like I said on Big Ten Icon, shot out there like a rocket. I mean, when you talk about plays you may see only once in a lifetime, that's definitely one of them.
We're talking to Marcus Ray for a few minutes more here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. All right, so Marcus, you put on your powers of prognostication. You played the game. You played in that stadium. You've seen these teams play. Break down for me how this game is going to go on Saturday.
I'll tell you right now, this is going to be a good one. And even though I'm biased, I know one thing: Michigan State's defense is it's all right. It's not great, but they got a front four that I think whoever controls the line of scrimmage, and I think whoever wins the turnover battle, and it's always going to come down to special teams and field position, time of possession, things like that. Michigan State, obviously has a really, really good receiver. The quarterback's pretty good. If we can get some pressure on that quarterback, stop the run. From playing for Greg Madison for a couple of years back in the 90s, I know one thing he's preaching, and it's stop the run and don't give up any big plays. Get the ball back, create some turnovers, and you'll give Michigan a chance to win. But I really think Michigan State being at home, I think they do have an advantage. I don't think people should get caught up in the whole Notre Dame, Michigan State little triad. Okay, we beat them, they beat them. No, throw that out the window, baby, because this game is going to be physical. Michigan State may, be up the same way Northwestern was. And I think when you play on the road, you should expect to have to come from behind to win those road games. So I tell you what, I think Michigan's going to win. I think we will outlast them because Michigan State will run out of gas. And I think it's going to be an emotional game, but we should beat them probably I don't know. I was thinking more like 28, 24.
Okay.
Michigan's going to score more points than people think. I'm not a betting man, but I did see that we were the underdog, and I'm thinking to myself, like, really in a game like this, there is no dog. It's a dog fight is what it's going to be. So, at the same time, it's going to be a good game. I don't want to knock Michigan State, but this is that swing game for Michigan. If Michigan can win this game, we're looking at either 10-0 or 9-1. If not, I'm thinking, maybe 7-3 going into Nebraska. So we just got to be able to win on the road.